Can you briefly introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Mark Calonder. I'm running for state rep for the 10th District, and I live right over here at Oakley and Huron.
So you're running for the district state representative, Ukrainian Village.
Correct, in the Ukrainian Village.
What's your current occupation?
Current occupation is I'm a small business owner. I work out of my home, and I work in the telecommunications arena.
What made you come today to the briefing with Senator Durbin?
Well, I've been following this for a while. In fact, I've got a heavy emphasis in my college degree in international relations, and I studied a lot of Russian culture and history, so I understand exactly what's unfolding.
What do you understand? How would you assess the developments right now in Ukraine?
I tell you what, it's sad. I mean, you're looking at the end result for the most part. I know it's a complicated situation. It's not a simple situation. I understand that. I think a lot of people understand that. But I think what you're looking at is the end result of some weak leadership on the U.S. side.
So you think that the current crisis was a direct result from the actions of the Obama administration?
Well, I wouldn't put it that way. What I'm saying is where we're at today, in March, is a result of, to a large part, our weak stance in the world today. Putin knows that.
Because Putin, in some interviews, refers to President Obama as his personal friend.
Yeah, I don't know how that... Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but there's no question that he views us as a weak player in the world. The fact is, over the course of the last couple of years, whenever we've interacted with the Russian leader right now, he always wins the negotiation. He always gets the upper hand. I think he sees Obama...
You think that Obama is soft?
Yes, I do.
Are you Republican or Democrat?
I'm a reasonable Republican.
People ask questions to Senator Durbin.
Correct.
Did you ask him a question?
I did ask him a question. I asked him, I met him after the podium, after he stepped down his interview and all the other cameras, and I asked him, I thought it was a fair question. I asked him, what took your office 3 weeks to respond, make a public statement to the people of Ukraine?
And what was his reaction?
His reaction was, he looked right at me in the eye, he grabbed my lapels, and he said, are you some Republican hack? And he grabbed me and shook my jack a little bit and said...
you sound like a Republican.
I do? Well, I mean, we're
very critical of the Obama administration.
Well, rightfully so. I'll give him his credit where credit is due to Obama. But in this particular situation, the reason why it's as bad as it is because we're viewed on the world right now as a very weak country.
What do you think Obama should do now in order to adjust his position in the right way?
Well, we're now in a spot where you don't have any easy answers. And I know, again, it's not a simple...
Is it too late?
I don't think it's too late, but it's too late for reasonable responses. Like we heard today, just a little while ago, Dick Durbin said that it's time for leadership. Well,
leadership is just a word. What does it mean?
Well, leadership should have taken place back in November, right? Leadership should have taken place back in November, December.
How would you define the leadership of the United States right now?
How would I define it? Yeah. I would define it as internationally weak. Well-intentioned, but weak. And the bad guy...
what do you think that the United States should do right now?
Oh, that's a tough question. Right now, we've got to play hardball with Putin. The time for soft, smart negotiation is kind of past us. But
well, there are many different options, like military option, diplomatic option, economic option.
Right.
What do you think about all those options?
Well, like you always hear, you don't want to take any options off the table. You want to make sure that the bad guys in the world, like Putin, who is not a, not...
Do you think Putin will believe Obama?
No.
If you think that Obama has been soft with Putin, do you think that Putin will believe Obama right now if Obama tries to play hardball with him?
Great question. No, I don't think he will. But we've got to do something. I mean, unless you really ratchet up the intensity, you really ratchet up what you're going to do with some fervor, we're all in a bad spot now.
What do you want to say in conclusion to our Ukrainian viewers in the United States and Canada?
That although I'm not Ukrainian, I live here in the Ukrainian Village. I've studied my own history. I've never run for office before. I'm a small businessman, and I'm here to support the Ukrainian people. Putin isn't fooling me. He's not fooling a lot of people here. And unfortunately, our current leadership is being fooled. We just heard from the ambassador to Ukraine that they were caught off guard. They didn't think Putin would do this.
That was a surprise to them.
It was a surprise to them, yeah. It wasn't a surprise to me. I don't think it was a surprise to a lot of people. But it's yet it's a surprise to these people. So I'm just here, in conclusion, to say I'm with the Ukrainian people. I understand what's going on.
As long as we're talking about surprise, we're surprised that Sarah Palin, a long time ago, said that if Obama will be in power, that one day Putin will invade Ukraine.
Yeah, I remember her saying that. And I studied my Russian history, and even I was surprised by her saying it at the time. And now that it's happened, I guess you got to give the woman some credit.